What's up, Ramley? This is Ashton Spencer here to talk about what the Rams should do at pick 36 in the second round. Now, beyond popular belief among the fan base, I have a hot take, and I think the Rams should go wide receiver in the second round. Now, to base that opinion upon some facts and some stats, the Rams were 22nd in passing first downs last year overall. And even as the Rams' run game started to get better with Cam Akers turning it up another notch, and the line blocking a lot better in the latter half of the season, the Rams actually got worse in passing first downs. They went from 22nd and got down to 27th. Very unacceptable for this passing offense. One that should have even got better when Baker Mayfield took over from the other backup QBs and the running game again cooking, like I said earlier. Now, this team is one that has decided to completely rip apart its defense, and I understand what people are going to say with that they need to focus on defense. But that's not where the heart of this team is, and I think they have been pretty clear. They want this kind of half rebuild, remodel to be offensive next year. And that focus, I think, is going to start with the draft and continue throughout the rest of the year. Uh, Now, Tutu Atwell, Ben Skoranek, and Van Jefferson were not good last year. From the eyeball test, from stats, just unacceptable. I like Van Jefferson, and I think Ben Skoranek shows some promise. But the Rams have to have a legitimate second option. And if we trade away Allen Robinson, like, who is that going to be? OBJ just went and signed with the Ravens. So, uh, is Jacob Harris going to be that? No, that project is looking like it has kind of fallen off their wagon, and he may get a practice squad spot. But I don't think he's going to fill that void. The Rams really need a second wide receiver weapon. And when you saw them most dangerous in 2021 was when they had OBJ, when they had Cooper Kupp, and the rotation at wide receiver 3. So who should the Rams go? And I have three options for us. One where we trade up, one where we trade back, and kind of that perfect sweet spot prospect I think will be there around pick 36. So my first one is trading up and trying to get Quentin Johnston. Now, I understand everyone will be typing in the comments below, but Ashton, he's going to be gone by then. He might be, but you never know. Every draft always has weird things happen, has people who no one thought would slide start to slide. You have the Raiders picking Alex Leatherwood in the first round, and if stuff like that happens and he gets to pick 15 or even pick 20, the Rams should absolutely go out and trade for Quentin Johnston. I personally would be for trading probably like 2/3 and our second to go up, maybe the pick 15. If it's pick 20, pick 22, absolutely pull the trigger on 2 seconds to go up and get him. This guy is elite. He's 6'3", ran a 4.49 at 216 pounds. That's just, especially in a very undersized wide receiver class. I just watch his tape and it just jumps off the screen. He's a big play threat, big play monster. I think that's kind of what we wanted Allen Robinson to be last year. I feel like the Rams have so desperately wanted, Sean McVay has so desperately want that type of player to go alongside Cooper Kupp, because Cooper Kupp will draw so many double teams, so many double coverages, and Quinn Johnson will just be a monster if we can get him. Now, again, who knows if he will fall? Who knows if he will feel or fall to the point where we could trade for him? But if he does, I think you have to pull the trigger. He's a can't miss prospect at wide receiver, and our offense would be so much fun to watch next year with Stafford throwing to those two. His season stats, he had 60 receptions for 1,069 yards for an average of 18 yards per play. Just nut stats, very much big play potential. Uh, I just enjoy watching him, the way he runs his routes, and he's so aggressive at the catch point. Just fantastic prospect. Now, let's say he's not there, and most likely won't be. Who is that person in that sweet spot that I think the Rams should go if he's there and at pick 36 they don't trade at all? 100% Josh Downs. He is the most underrated prospect this draft when it comes to wide receiver. Um, my brother-in-law is a huge South Carolina fan, as you can tell over here, and North Carolina is because of proximity. I do pay attention to their games a good amount, and whenever I watch their games, of course not super closely, but he would always jump off the screen. The amount of work, I think he's a good blocker. Aggressive at the catch point also. He is a little undersized, so that's the reason why he's not going to get picked in the first round, but everything else about him is first round talent. It kind of reminds me how Cooper Kupp fell because he didn't have first round speed, but he had everything else in his game. I feel like Josh Allen has almost everything else in his game outside of that height. He ran a 4.48, so not terrible, not the best, at 5'9", 170 pounds. Really going to be a good route runner. He could potentially play in the slot, but I don't know where they would fit him. He could be on the outside. It'd be interesting to see how Sean McVay could use him. He could very well be someone that they put on jet sweeps, kind of like a Robert Woods-esque type player, but I think he has a lot more upside. Last year, he had 94 catches for 1,029 yards, averaging around 10.9. Just, guys, that's a ton of catches. This guy was a volume catcher in college, and I think in the NFL he could bring that next level. He isn't as much of a big play threat, so this would be a testament to, if they don't want to retain Van Jefferson, they'll have the money next year too if they want to. But let's say he has a big breakout year and Van Jefferson is asking for more money than they want to, like Josh Downs could be that insurance policy. Or you could have Josh Downs, Van Jefferson, and Cooper Kupp for another year. I really think he's a hidden first-round talent, and I hope the Rams go after him. So my third option and final option is Jalin Hyatt. I love this guy out of Tennessee. Now, I get it. You guys are going to say Tutu Atwell again. I think this guy is a different story than Tutu Atwell. He is 6 feet at 176 pounds and ran a 4.40. His route running just comes off a lot better, off the screen a lot better than Tutu ever did to me. Not that it's worth much. But overall, this guy had 67 catches for 1,267 yards at an average of 18.9 yards. I think he's a big play monster. It could be a testament to them not believing in Tutu anymore. So if they want to move on from that experiment and try out someone who I think who has gone against far better talent in the SEC playing with Tennessee, I think Stafford would have a blast with this dude. We've been missing that deep threat talent ever since we lost Brandon Cooks, and I think he could fill that void for this Rams team. Those are just my thoughts, guys. What are your thoughts? Please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you disagree with me, if you think we should definitely go defense. Just Let us know down below if you like this content and you want to follow me at Twitter at RamFanAshton1, or follow my weekly podcast that I'm part of, East Coast Rams, on Twitter and on YouTube. Have a great day.
Get in on the action with Prize Picks. Simply pick 2 or more players and win up to 10x your money. Join over 1 million people who have found a better way to play. Download the app today and get your first deposit matched up to $100 using our promo code DTRAMS.